Okay, so here we go on one that's actually a little challenging right here. This is number 25. And what's challenging is I've got the 30th row of Pascal's triangle. Well, unfortunately, my Pascal's triangle only goes to the 10th row. So you definitely don't want to write this thing out to the 30th row. It would be crazy to do that. So what do? Well, we use this function on the calculator. So on this one, n's going to be 30, and r is the term number. So they just want the first three terms. So we'll talk about stair-stepping these in a minute. The stair-stepping is easy. It works the same way. But the issue is, what are the Pascal numbers? So we're going to use this to find the Pascal numbers. And all you need to know is where to do this on your calculator. So right here, you've got a combination of 30 things taken one at a time, a combination of 30 things taken two at a time, and the combination of 30 things taken three at a time. So if you think about this, if I took 30 of my students, let's say I had 30 students in one class, which I don't have, but I used to at Stony Point, how many different groups of 3 could I make? This will tell you. And then all you have to do is find this NCR. You've got to find the NCR function on your calculator. Well, it's easy to find. Look right here. Step 1, turn your calculator on. Okay, and you press math right there. You're in a math class after all. And you want probability. So just slide over, look at the menus change as you slide, and look right there. Number 3 is NCR. So just push the number 3, and notice it popped on your screen. Okay, so put 30 there, and put 1 here, and this is going to be 1. Oh, excuse me, it's going to be 30. It's supposed to be 1. Oh, because that one's 0. Okay, I got to start this over. Okay, here we go on 25, and the world shifts a little bit because all of a sudden now they make my power something really big, and look. Oops. Pascal triangles only goes to the 10th row. So we can't do that. But they also only want us to find the first 3 terms. Well, there are 31 terms. There's always one more term than the power. So they only want me to find the first 3 terms, okay? And to find the Pascal numbers, you do this routine. And you would keep this going all the way to the end. This is not a fraction. It's a different way to write combination. It's a different way to write that. So in this one, we would actually have 30, combination of 30 things taken 0 at a time, 30 things taken 1 at a time, 30 things taken 2 at a time. Well, this one's always 1. This one's going to be 30. I'll show you this on a calculator in a minute, but we would need to calculate that. If there were 30 students in my class all at the same time, how many different groups of 2 could I make? It's going to be a really big number. It's going to be a pretty big number, bigger than you would think, okay? So you need this. We got to do all this to find the Pascal numbers is the routine. You're going to need this function on your calculator, okay? So get your calculator out there. Push math, go over to probability, and look at number 3. It says NCR. So just hit number 3, and there we got 30 things taken 0 at a time. That's 1. Let's go up and copy it. 30 things taken 1 at a time. This is going to be 30. That's not too bad. Let's go up and copy it again. 30 things taken 2 at a time. 435. That means if I had 30 kids in a class and I wanted how many different groups of 2 could I make? What the answer is, 435. So this is 435. There's the Pascal numbers for the first 3 terms. And then let's just write my answer. This is going to be x to the 30. I'm going to stair step that one. X to the 29. X to the 28. That was pretty easy. But this one starts on the second term. So here I got 2 to the first, y to the first, 2 to the second, y to the second. I don't have to go to the end to start. There's my answer, x 30. Let's see, 2 times 30, that's probably 60. X to the 29, y to the first, plus whatever 4 times 435 is, 1740. 1740, x to the 28, y squared. And there's my answer. So don't freak out when they give you a big power right here. It's okay. It's okay to have a big power because we're just going to do this. Figure out which term we want. Sometimes they only ask me for 1 term. That's even better. And we're over and out on that one, and we'll return.